Many of you have probably already heard Haason Reddick go on the radio station today and talk about the boohoo 49ers.
You know, they get to come back in the link. It was a lot of boo-hoos last year, a lot of crying, a lot of what if, a lot of this, a lot of that. They get a chance to come back in here, line that up and prove it again.
And so that got me thinking. Let's actually go back to the very beginning of when all this talking back and forth between 49ers players and Eagles players began, and let's actually go through some of the best kind of back and forth clips between 49ers players and Eagles players talking about the NFC Championship game and this huge lead up to this Eagles matchup, which, if you're like me, when this matchup came out, my first thing that I was looking for was where the Eagles and where are we playing them. And I think the same goes for Eagles fans. This has been something that has gone back and forth throughout the offseason and has now led up to this point where we finally are in week 12. So I figured this would be a great opportunity to jump back to the beginning of when this back and forth talk happened. And it actually started right here in this room. Take a look at Brandon Aiyuk talking about the matchup between the Eagles and the Chiefs and talking about them getting exposed in the Super Bowl, which happened. But hey, take a look at what he had to say right here.
When I was talking shit to Cowboys players who were talking about us, look at me. I'm sitting on the couch. I had no room to talk about nobody playing next week. So I'll just leave it at that.
Couch. I can't say nothing.
But like I said, I got the Kansas. I got the Chiefs. I think the Chiefs. I don't know. I just think Philly has
got Kelsey. Even
they got their hands full. They got their hands full. I don't know fully about that defense. I don't know. They talk about them being a good defense. I'm not too sure. I'm not sure. I think the pass game, this Kansas City pass game will expose what we thought we were going to be able to expose before some unfortunate circumstances happen. So we'll see. But like I said, you got to get lucky to win the Super Bowl.
Obviously, that clip of Brandon Aiyuk doing the interview with me on the channel went viral. It went to ESPN, it went to SportsCenter, it went to every major publication and outlet posted about what Brandon Aiyuk had to say about this game against the Chiefs. Well, it wasn't just every major publication that was talking about it. It was reporters at the Super Bowl who were taking the sound bites and the quotes from this interview and asking Eagles players about it before they were getting ready to face the Chiefs. And this is where we got Darius Slay really pour some gasoline on the fire, talking about how the talk was weird and like, in case you forgot, here's Darius Slay at the Super Bowl being asked about Brandon Aiyuk's comments.
And I'm just, I'll just be laughing at it, I don't know where he goes to explode because we've been the number one defense in the passing game for, I think, almost the whole year, so I don't mean, I don't know. That was weird. Like, so, bad sportsmanship by him. Bad. What kind of chance they're going to get the first time they drop back? We go break their quarterback, both of them. So I don't know what chance they would have got, but shout out to him.
He called it bad sportsmanship. Again, being the person who was actually doing the interview with Brandon Aiyuk. Brandon Aiyuk flashes to his couch. He's like, man, I'm here on the couch. So, like, who am I to be talking? But he's on a show talking. So he's going to give his takes and his opinions. And those things went crazy viral. And, of course, then sparked this back and forth. And with that comment from Slay, that then triggered a response from Deebo Samuel, who went on to another podcast and was asked about this matchup. So listen to what Deebo Samuel then had to say about some of these comments.
Just a question. So Brandon Aiyuk come out and say he did. What he said that they was going to get exposed. The Eagles defense. What was he saying about that? Where's the holes?
Yeah, right. Where are the holes? There's
No,
holes.
what's the holes?
It was some
The
wide
back
open
end.
plays now.
The back end. You got the all pro and the all pro.
The D-line make both of them all pros.
You don't, so
Besides Slay, I respect Slay.
what
That's
about
my dog.
Bradbury?
Trash.
Bradbury's trash? He the one that made the all pro.
Did you see the play that Brandon had? The second play of the game, he got hurt. Purdy got hurt.
Time out.
The separation, like, it's just like.
It's football. You gonna make some plays?
Deebo Samuel then doubled down on the comments and went as far as calling Bradbury trash. And this really obviously ignited this back and forth. We've got other Eagles fans tweeting, and not only Eagles fans, but Eagles players tweeting at Deebo Samuel. It was just a crazy, and these quotes from Deebo also put more gasoline on the fire for the talk back and forth, and it just went crazy. Everyone was talking about it. It really was a wild time in the offseason, especially after the Eagles had lost and technically did get exposed by the Chiefs a little bit there in the secondary. But Haason Reddick, also in the offseason, talked about it when he went on the Rich Eisen show. Take a listen to what Haason Reddick thought of these comments that he heard from 49ers players.
I've seen things that guys were saying, Deebo, Samuel, Fred, a lot of these guys that came out and talked about it, and I respect them, right? I respect them for their opinion and their thought and their belief in their team. For me, man, I'm the same way. I believe in my team. I believe in my teammates, and I feel the same way. So for me, it's like, bring it on. Y'all kept on talking. Y'all talked about this all off season, through the Super Bowl, after the playoff game. So it's like, better be prepared, man, because I know I will be, and I know that I'm going to do my best to make sure the team is ready too.
So as you can see, it's been a fun back and forth again since the NFC Championship game. It's dominated a big portion of the offseason. It's now back in the spotlight as the San Francisco 49ers get prepared to play the Eagles. I think it's safe to say these players are ready to go. I would imagine that the 49ers aren't really going to say much of anything just based on a lot of the talking this offseason. They've already said everything they could say. And we saw as, Deebo Samuel and other players were continuing to be asked about the Philadelphia Eagles questions. They had just had enough of it at a certain point to where Deebo actually walked off an interview at one point and basically hung up on the interviewer because he kept asking him about the Eagles. So this is a game that these players are ready for. And the back and forth that has gone on has been pretty intense. Some of the more intense kind of back and forth that we've seen from any teams, from any players in social media or the media, maybe ever. So this is why this game has so many eyes on it. So many people are so interested in seeing what the outcome is, and obviously no more interested than 49ers and Eagles fans, as this talk has been going on for a long time. So I gave you a quick little recap of all the trash talking that's happened back and forth. What do you think of this whole scenario, and are you ready for Eagles Week? Let me know in the comments below. And as always, make sure to like and subscribe for more updates.